Yo, 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 it's your boy Matrix back with another crazy episode of customer service where the customer is not always right. Today, a special guest is Q Dog. We used to work at a nursing home, okay? Give y'all a little background, okay? And the first day I got on the job, her mom used to work there. They set me up, got me fired, locked me in the freezer, okay? And I've been in therapy ever since. That's a whole nother episode. We'll talk about that later, okay? She was abusive. Oh, as a coworker, she used to take my lunch money. She really didn't even like me until I had my son. Everybody likes Aiden. I don't like y'all for that. But that's how it goes. That's how it went. But I'm allow Q to introduce herself and tell y'all one of her crazy, wild customer service experiences. You got it.
First of all, you're sick.
That's true.
Let's start there.
That's
very okay.
True. Everyone knows that.
What he says is true. We did work together in a nursing home. Now I don't know who abused him, but it wasn't me. I might have smacked him in his bald head a couple times. Maybe a few times.
Coming out.
Oh hush. So we did work in a nursing home. I don't know Q Dog. I don't know who Q Dog is, but I'll go by key-lolo today. I'll go by. And actually, one of our co-workers from the nursing home gave me that nickname.
Yes.
She started calling me Lo, and then it was Lolo, and it turned into key-lolo.
Who was that?
Donna.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Donna. We gotta get Donna on here. Oh, that would be good.
So yeah, gosh, we've been friends for
8 to 16, so about
18 years.
Wow. I started working there like 2 years before he was born.
Whoa, this is crazy. Yeah. The fact that I've known him that long is insane. But this is a good guy. So that's my buddy. All right, so let's jump into this story. So after I left the nursing home, I started working at a surgery center. And I became really good at the job. I pretty much was the front desk, the receptionist, whatever you want to call it. Okay. And we worked with immunocompromised patients who would come in for maintenance, for dialysis. Well, there was this one guy, young white boy, and he always had the worst attitude all the time. Just nasty, just one of those people you could feel the anger coming off of them. Damn. He was always like that, no matter what. I guess he was just mad that he was young on dialysis and things of that nature.
Yeah.
But that's not anybody's fault.
Right.
You know what I mean? Whatever happened, and now you are where you are. But it's no reason to treat people mean or nasty.
He clearly hasn't dealt with that yet.
Exactly. So he comes in one day. I saw him on the schedule. I was like, ugh, gotta deal with this, whatever. But me being who I am, always chipper, happy, He comes in. I say, good morning. He grumbles. I say, okay. Okay.
Like you're a bit bold.
Give me a photo ID and your insurance card. You already know the drill. And I do all the things. He signs his paperwork. So what ended up happening was his dialysis center called to tell me something that happened at dialysis with him. And I was like, well, he's already here, but what's going on? So they tell me the story. I immediately get angry. Immediately. So I say to him, let me ask you a question. When you were at dialysis, what happened? He says, well, what are you talking about, Keanu? What are you talking about? I said, what happened at dialysis? So he's looking at me. I'm looking at him.
I don't know.
So he's like, all right, well, I have a friend and he's what? He's black. I'm like, okay. All right.
Yeah, black friends too.
Right. I have black friends. I have white friends. Black. Like, he's like, so yeah, what happened was we went out and something happened and I said, nigga. I said, you did what?
Excuse me, come again?
He said, I said, nigga. I said, wait, don't stop. Don't say it no more.
About to get choked with the
don't say that no more. He was like, I said, well, why did you say it? He was like, well, because when I'm with my friends, I always say it. I said, you do what? I said, and they allow you to say it?
World star. You about to get
He was like, yeah, they allow me to say it. I said, let me tell you something. Don't you ever say that word again. I said, and the fact that you come in here and you talk to me, because even though he was a little angry, so he will open up to me a lot of the time. That's why he told me the story.
Gotcha.
I said, let me tell you something. You are not to use that word ever. I said, but the fact that you stumbled over saying black, but did not stumble over nigga is crazy. Yeah. So you'll say nigga like that, but you couldn't say black. I said, if I wasn't at work, if I wasn't behind this desk, I would drag you up and down the street. He was like, well, why would you do something like that? Why would? Because you are out of line. Yeah. And your friends are out of line right with you.
If your friends don't check you, you're going to get hurt out here.
Exactly. I said, your friends are putting you in a very bad position. So I'm telling you right now, cut it.
Yeah.
Stop it. I said, I don't ever want to hear that you said that to somebody. It's not cool. Yeah. He was like, well, I mean, they said it's okay. I said, I don't care.
They don't speak for all African American people.
Exactly.
I'm not going to fight you for saying it, but I got a cousin and an uncle that will throw you up and put you in a wheelchair and push you in front of traffic.
Okay. And it's funny because he went to the same center as this young guy that came to our doctor, to our surgery center. Uh-oh. And I knew that if I said to him, well, you know, so-and-so said da-da-da-da-da-da, I already knew what would happen.
Lights out, niggas.
I said, but you know what? I'm not going to do that because that's drama, right. You know, and he'll know where the information came from, you know. But I was just in such shock and awe that he was so comfortable saying nigga, but stumbled over black. I was like, where does this make sense?
Yeah.
I had to really keep my composure during that interaction with him because even though I know he's how he is, I never would have expected that from him.
Not at all.
I really, really didn't. I know you a little angry little so-and-so, but that right there,
that either means that he really, either you have white friends that you're comfortable saying it around and y'all just do that, or you may really have black friends that are comfortable, but those guys, there's something wrong with them. Mm-hmm. And I know some people are going to listen to this and go, well, it's okay because y'all say it. Those black friends cannot speak for all African-American people. If they allow you to say it, cool. You're going to go somewhere else and you say it publicly. And like she said, she was at work. Lolo being professional. But it could have been, I know some guys I work with that would have just mopped the floor with you and got fired.
Mm. And I'm not going to lie, I did use a couple choice words with him under my breath. Mm. But you know, I was as professional as I could possibly be in the moment. But it was so funny because my boss heard me talking to him because I was just a little bit loud. And he said, what's wrong? I told him, and he was like, oh, I'm going to go ahead and let her handle it. My boss walked away.
Yeah.
He walked away. He was like, whatever she says is what she says. It is what it is.
You shouldn't be comfortable saying it. Listen, if you rapping a hip-hop song, it's in it. I understand if you say it. I always tell people, again, watch what black people say it around. Mm-hmm. It would be best to just
blank it out.
Mm-hmm. Because most of us are not going to allow it. Mm-mm. You could walk past me and be singing a rap song and say, I'm not about to argue with you. Because I'm not losing my life. I'm not going to jail. I got a son to go see. Mm-hmm. But there are some black people that if you look like you want to say it.
Oh, it's on. It's on the pop.
Drop kick. You would be on the corner store and they would throw you off the top ropes. Like, there ain't even no top ropes here.
Well, we going to make some.
They listen.
Okay.
Listen.
Yeah, that was an experience because
that is crazy.
That was the first time that I experienced something like that in that setting. Mm-hmm. And because of the setting that I had come from, it was such like a culture shock to me. It was already a culture shock because I came from an all-black nursing home. Right. And now I'm in this predominantly white setting when it comes to my coworkers. Mm. Our patient demographic was mixed. Okay. But when he said that, I was like, looking around like, what?
Yeah, you're a little too comfortable.
Yeah. Oh, I don't deal with that kind of stuff. So I need you to fix it. Correct yourself. We're not doing that. So that was probably one of the most memorable, like, customer service things because I had to keep my composure. Like, it was hard. It was not easy to keep my composure because I could feel my blood boiling. I could feel it. And I was like,
You blacked out for a minute.
Woo.
In your head, you just was like, let me shoot you in the face.
I called my coworker up like, can you put his wristband on him? Like I didn't even want to interact with him anymore. And I kind of like walked away, paced a little bit, and came back. And that's when I was like, you can't do that. Like, this is not right. I said, and if I ever find out that you did that again, I'm going to tell my doctor not to see you here anymore.
I'm not mad at that.
Because that kind of behavior is unacceptable. It's unacceptable. And we are not dealing with that. And you're not going to come up in here and smile in my face. And you know that's how you behave.
Absolutely.
I'm good. If you keep it to yourself, fine. Yeah. But the fact that I know, I'm not dealing with it.
I support this message.
I got another story.
Uh-oh.
Same place. Ooh. Patient comes in. And he's a frequent flyer. Okay. We know him. Oh, okay. And he's cool.
Same aisle, same seat. Okay.
Okay, he's cool. He comes in, I check him in, we do our thing. Now, this particular day, it was a little bit of a wait because, again, it's a surgery center. So we're doing procedures, so sometimes things run a little long.
Gotcha.
Well, he decides that he's waited too long. Now, I know that he hasn't waited that long.
That ain't what he said.
It wasn't even a half hour. Okay? It wasn't even a half hour. He gets, like, really bent out of shape. Why I'm not in the back yet? What is going on? What's taking so long? I'm like, Mr. So-and-so, I'm going to need you to calm down. Let me go check in the back and let you know what's going on. Yeah, because I've been sitting here forever. I don't think you have.
It's been 12 minutes, sir.
But okay, no problem. So I go in the back, talk to the nurse, talk to the doctor. They're like, okay, we'll get him back here as soon as we can. Like, we just have a lot going on.
Right.
Fine. I say, Mr. So-and-so, we're going to bring you back in maybe 15 minutes or so. We just have a lot going on. Just bear with us. Fuck that. I'm not waiting. Mind you, I'm up at the desk by myself. My coworker's not there. My other coworker's in the back. My boss is in his office, and I'm like, please, just bear with us. Please just bear with us.
I said, fuck that.
He was so angry, but it started to escalate. But nobody said anything for it to escalate. Because I was just like, please just bear with us. Nobody said, well, if you don't wait, nobody did none of that. I literally was just like, just bear with us. We're going to get you back there as soon as we can. I promise.
This was all him.
He tripped out. And then he started making threats. I was like, whoa. I called my boss. I need you to come on up here. We have a problem. When I tell you, he said that he was going to fuck us up. This, that, and the third. Fuck y'all. I ain't coming back in this raggedy motherfucker. All kinds of stuff. And I was like, nobody did nothing wrong here. We just asked you to wait 15 more minutes.
Well, I'm confused about, they back there doing surgery and things like that. This ain't the soup line. You can't just rush. And
this ain't your first time here. You've waited before. You've actually waited an hour before.
Okay.
All I said to my boss, he must be off his meds.
I was thinking maybe he was hungry.
I said, he could have been. Okay. But I don't think hunger make you act. This ain't no Snickers commercial, nigga. Like, no. Hangry? Like, sir, have a seat. Just wait. You okay. I called my boss. Please come get this man. They had to escort him out.
Now look how long you wait.
They had to call the ride and escort him out. And then we had to put a note saying this patient is to no longer be seen.
Damn.
At the center. But the funny thing is he ended up coming back by accident one time. And I was like, now this wasn't my mess up. I just need y'all to know that. It was not me.
We'll be the judge of that.
It was not me. But anyway, when I saw the name on the schedule and I saw him walk in the door, I was like, oh my God. Because then I saw the note. So I called my boss.
I'm back.
And I'm like, we have a problem. And he's like, what's wrong? I said, well, remember Mr. So-and-so? And when he did X, Y, and Z, he was like, I know he's not here. I was like, yep. He was like, well, how did that happen? And I was like,
back with a vengeance.
I was like, I'm really not sure how it happened. But, we can always make up an excuse to not see him. It won't be the first time or the last time.
Oh, shit.
And my boss is like, all right, well, let me go talk to the doctor. So he goes and he talks to the doctor. It takes him a few minutes. He comes. He's like, the doctor's like, well, how's his behavior now? I'm like, his behavior's fine. He was night and day. He was so chipper.
Oh, yeah. He wasn't there for the meds.
When I tell you chipper, I don't even think he remembered what happened the last time.
I was just about to say that. He probably don't remember how he tripped out.
I was
That's
like,
meds. Yeah.
I was like, good morning. He was like, I'm fine. How you doing? It's been a while. And I was like, okay. Yeah, come on, give me a photo ID and insurance card. I didn't make mention of anything. I signed him in. I said, this only going to be a few minutes.
If you would have brought that up, he'd have probably been like, who, me? Are you sure? He'd probably ask you, are you on your meds?
What?
Have you been drinking? What you talking about? 2 months ago. 2 months, baby girl, 2 months ago, I was in Nam. What you talking about?
Listen, I was like, are we in the Twilight Zone?
Absolutely.
Because I know damn well.
That wasn't him.
He acted a plum fool that last time. And he just came in on, good morning.
Hey, buddy.
All right. Sure thing. They took him right back. The doctor was like, because, morally, ethically, we can't turn him away. That's fine. I just needed you to know that this is what happened last time. But he seems to be fine today. And he was.
We gotta turn him away. We could point him away. Go that way, motherfucker.
And he came out when he finished his procedure, had his little sandwich, and went about his day. I was like, all right, I'll see you next time. All right, I'll see you next time. Yeah, so I've had some experiences, especially sitting at that desk.
Question.
No.
Did he? See what I'm talking about, y'all? See what I'm saying? I know you see what I'm saying. Did he ever come back? And did he ever perform like that again?
I don't think he did come back while I was there because I think I may have gotten a promotion after that.
Oh, okay.
I think. I can't remember. I don't remember seeing him again.
Okay.
Wow. I hope he didn't come back and perform again.
Fuck on with you. I'm about to tear it down on this one. I'll be waiting 30, 40 minutes. And you know who I am?
I got one more for you.
Uh-oh.
So the stuff is coming back to me.
Okay.
Same job. And the funny thing is, I've only been at this job for like 6 years. And I really have stories, but sometimes it's hard to remember because there's so many patients. It was this Mexican guy. I wish I could tell you all their names, but I can't.
It's cool.
HIPAA.
It's called HIPAA. You can't do that anyway.
HIPAA. I can't tell you their names. But let's just say his name was Corey. Okay. Corey comes in, little Mexican guy, always had shades on. Always. Shades and a baseball hat. Every single time. But whenever he would come, he would bring like half his family with him. It would be him, 3 of his kids, his mom, a cousin. Like, they would like almost fill up our lobby. Our lobby wasn't that big.
He was doing gardening or something? I'm sorry. You bring everybody with you.
Okay. And this guy was a handful too. He wasn't like mean or nasty or anything. He just was a lot. He was just, he's just one of those people with just a big personality. But he was also a non-compliant patient, which doesn't help.
And you bring in a whole family reunion.
So, but this one time, he comes, brings half the family. Do you know that they sat there and ordered pizza?
In the lobby?
In the lobby.
Did they offer you something?
First of all, I wouldn't have ate it anyway. Second of all, y'all can't eat in here. I have patients who haven't eaten in hours.
Yeah.
He can't eat.
I was about to ask what was he there for, because why is he eating?
Why? He didn't eat. But I said, y'all have to take that outside. Y'all can't bring pizza in here. I was appalled because this is ghetto.
They had a whole pizza party in the lobby.
The kids wouldn't sit down. I was like, I got some coloring pages. Y'all want color and crayons? Like, right. I need y'all to sit down. This is a surgery center. Oh no. You have to get control of these children. First of all, we don't even really let kids in there for real. But sometimes you don't really have a choice. I can't turn you away just because you brought your kid or whatever. Right. But you have unruly children.
Who just doing what they want. They in the lobby. This is how we do it. They in there.
I couldn't believe it. Like, y'all ordered a whole pizza? Yeah. Are y'all for real right
now? Oh, I have a question for you. I'm sorry. Was it one pizza or more than one?
It was one pizza. It was a large. But it was one pizza.
You said it was like 5 of them.
It was.
Y'all, all you broke? First of all, my son is 16 to eat a whole pizza.
These was little kids, though.
But still, one of them adults can. Somebody didn't eat. I don't care what y'all say.
Maybe somebody didn't, but anybody I wasn't concerned.
Calculate. You got a large pizza and a whole family. Everybody not eating.
I wasn't concerned about anybody eating. Long as my patient didn't eat, I didn't care. But y'all can't eat that in here. Y'all can't do that. No, I couldn't. But I was like, what the fuck are y'all doing?
What did they drink? Did they have a beverage?
I can't remember if they had a beverage or not. But I just know that.
Yeah, one Pepsi.
Once again, I'm calling my boss. I'm like, hey, so they have a whole pizza out here? Well, how am I supposed to handle this?
He was like, what they got, pepperoni or cheese?
I already told them they can't eat that in here. First of all, if the patients smell it.
Yeah.
Come on. I said, and Corey, you know better. Yeah, but no, I don't know.
That was a hood. That told you right there they was hood. Yeah, but that's a hood answer.
But I don't know. I really don't know. I need you to tell me. Because you know that you shouldn't have brought that food in here.
That's a hood answer.
Why you do that? Why did y'all bring a pizza in? A whole pizza? It wasn't like they got the kids' little personal pans. Right. Y'all brought a whole large pizza in the surgery center where people can't eat.
Napkins and paper plates passing around.
I couldn't believe it. I was like, I don't want to have to sit in the car.
We don't have no car. We sit
Baby, y'all gonna have to sit on the ramp.
We Uber.
Because there's no way. What? He had half the family and he bought a pizza, and I was like,
That math's not mathing for me. Okay? I don't understand how the wife, the kids, and the in-laws split a whole pizza. These must have been very small people. Were they like 5'2"? Because I don't care. Like, maybe it's me. My little cousins is eating 2-3 slices. I don't care if they only if they over 7, they eat 2 slices.
That was crazy.
That's like, only 8 slices. It's 8 slices and 6 people.
That was a crazy.
That math is math.
That was a crazy John. I was like, all right, pizza. First of all, you can't even have pizza because you on dialysis. So you better not eat it. First of all, you having a procedure, so you better not eat that anyway. But then you're not supposed to eat it anyway because you're on dialysis.
Maybe he thought he had a pizza because, like with dialysis, they get in your blood, and the blood is red, and the sauce is red.
You know what? You're right.
The sauce. I'm just saying it's the same color, so it won't throw things off.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you know what I'm saying? Like
that sounds about right. That sounds about right.
You know, I'm. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah, I'm throwing my hands up that one. I know y'all can't see me, but my hands are up. Okay,
listen, Corey, wherever you at, shout outs to you and your family because you did the thing, man.
I think he died.
Oh shit!
But anyway,
well, rest in peace, Corey. Y'all had a whole pizza party in the lobby. It's never been done before. It's history, brother. It's history, man. I just want you to know that, man. You know what I'm saying? You did something nobody ever done before, man. You go into the Hall of Fame in the dialysis center. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my man C. You know what I mean? Rep your hood, Corey. Rep your hood. She told y'all I was crazy when we started this. Don't judge me, okay? I'll give a shout out to my man C and his family. Pizza party forever. They was Ninja Turtling it up. I like you, C. You my man. All right? But listen, guys. We about to roll out. Key-lolo has an important meeting in the child to attend to, okay? I got some other interviews to do. New episode every Monday. Go like, share, download. check it out, okay? And if you don't, I know where you sleep. I know where you work. I'm checking your phone. And if you ain't downloaded this podcast, I'm on your ass. Don't forget to tip your waiter. We out. Deuces. Check, please.